cursed with a blessing, the struggle of getting everything and losing it all. Now on to me and my story. Throughout my entire life, I've always gotten what I wanted. Anything I truly desired within reason was mine. My family wasn't necessarily rich, but had enough money to provide for many of my needs and wants. My parents weren't strict and raised me with a large amount of leniency. They truly are great parents. My grades through school were always above average, and I didn't study it once. No matter what, I always managed to get my way, even if it was unintentional. Things didn't necessarily change as I grew up more. I always got what I wanted, whether it was a new girlfriend, a medal in sports, a job, or many other things. I grew to be great with people, causing almost nobody to dislike me or hold a grudge against me. I was a star athlete, being one of the greatest in my nation, with many scholarship offers. Anytime I thought of something, it would happen, whether it was my immature desires or something more serious. I believe the reason why my life was this way wasn't because of some divine blessing, but my drive to push myself beyond what many thought was possible. I would train until I passed out within my discipline. I didn't fall into the traps many teenagers face like drugs, alcohol, or addiction, yet maybe it was because of a blessing I was born with. I'm naturally intelligent. My drive and discipline have been there as long as I can remember, and everything always went my way. But let me ask you something. Do you think it's a good life, having everything go your way? Your answer might clearly be, yeah, I'd love for life to always be in my favor. With this story, I don't hope to change what you think, but to give some perspective on what may happen if your life unfolds this way. As I stated earlier, my entire life has been littered with blessings and love, but was it all real? As everyone has been told at least once, every good thing comes to an end. But what does that mean? Does it mean the happiness you experience during the early stages of a romantic relationship? Does it mean all the gratification we experience will end one day? Yes, that is what it means. The truth is truly painful. It stings like a bee who has lost its queen. Now to my life story, the intricacies and the beauty of what I thought was perfection. Whether this reaches anyone or blows up, this is the story of my life and an attempt to reach out for guidance. As of now, I am a boy still going through his teenage years. But what does age matter? You could be a chef for 10 years, and the brand new chef's food may still taste better. It is not always about time or experience. It is about the events the individual has experienced. Whether large or small, a life full of small experiences might not amount to much, nor one that has a few large moments. It's a combination of the two, whether the individual matures through struggle or accomplishment. At a young age, I wasn't spoiled, but I loved to do things by myself. I enjoyed building Lego, working on projects, and learning all alone. As many kids do, I used to throw a tantrum when someone would help me, forcing me to delegate my task. I've always been unsure why I was like this growing up, but even now, I am incredibly individualistic. Not once have I told my full story to anyone. Life truly shaped me as time passed, but my watch was broken. I grew up far faster than those around me. Through my individualism, is that a word? I fell in love with sports, specifically my sport, track and field. I tried many team sports, but I was far too uncoordinated for them, and I always admired those pages with Usain Bolt in the Guinness World Records books. Every day, I used to just stare at the world records. At 13-14, I started running. It was love at first sight, but that wasn't my only love. I met this pretty girl on my team who was my age, and her mom was the coach. With track, I didn't push myself much at that point. I wasn't very good, and I just did it because I wanted to be sporty. As many kids do, she was incredibly talented, one of the best in the country for her age. One day, as my younger self was thinking about her, hoping she would text message it, she got my number from her mom, a coach. We clicked, though her mom was incredibly strict, and young love, especially at that age, doesn't usually result in anything lasting off chance it might. We secretly dated for 8 months with the occasional hangout. I'll skip many small details, but later, nearing the end of our relationship, it was a hornball best word to describe 13 it divided by me, but I was still raised right, and would never do anything that would push to many boundaries. When our relationship ended, I broke up with her over text. She told me to go F myself, and that was the last I ever heard of her, but not from her mom. They started accusing me of things I didn't do. As a young boy, it was hard to comprehend, but it very likely could have ruined my life. It was unexpected and unnecessary, but was it really unexpected? A few days before that happened, I thought that it would happen, and guess what? It did. This experience truly shaped me because At that point, she was the love of my life, young love. I know, I dated her in the first place, because that was truly what I wanted, and I always got what I wanted. But good things come to an end, right? Yeah, they do. But with everything good, the bad ensues. The opposite applies as well. After this unfolded, I realized I wanted to become good at my sport. So I did. I pushed myself to the brink of passing out every single day, whether it was in the gym or on the track. I became one of the best in my nation, with so many gold medals it's hard to count. Fast forward a year from the initial incident, and she accuses me again of things I didn't do. But it wasn't fully because of her. It was because my best friend went behind my back, saying I said I did things. It led to me almost losing it all again. At a young age, it's truly hard to understand loss and losing what you worked so hard to achieve. The main thing about this is that I thought this would happen, and it did. With all these difficult thoughts going through my mind, I thought about another one of my friends. Not sure why, but I thought about him being in pain. I got a call the next day, a video call, and it was him, clearly struggling. I was 15 years old, and I knew him since I was 9. We spent every day together for years straight, then gradually became more distant. I thought it was strange that he was calling me because he never did. But then, guess who thought of the scenario beforehand? After that, I contemplated why I had to think. I wasn't depressed, but I didn't want to think. All of this truly shaped me into the person I became. I went from an ignorant individual who only cared about himself to one who cared even more about himself and doubted every thought he had. I couldn't trust myself, yet I wanted to be the best. I always wanted to be the best, and that's what I became. Through the struggle and indifference, I became better than everyone, at least that's what I thought. This year, many things happened, and they changed me. I'm unsure if it's for the better or worse, but I'm not the same. It started with me losing everything I worked so hard to achieve with a semi-major injury. I recovered, and my rehabilitation officer couldn't believe it. It was inconceivable that I would recover from something like that so quickly. I did recover, but I was left with nerve damage in my leg. I have no feeling in my upper right leg anymore. From my point of view, it was all because I thought I'd recover, but be left with something that's almost certainly incurable. Later, after my recovery, I met a new girl. She was as beautiful as the Milky Way, and I could feel something within her. Her presence was so warm and comforting. I could feel I was meant to be with her. After I recovered from that injury, I attempted to make a comeback in my discipline. I pushed myself too hard and ended up breaking my tibia. Not bad, right? I didn't rest. And genetically I am very strong, combined with the hard work I put in. With every step, I put down roughly 500 pounds of pressure due to strength and momentum. So since I continued running, I almost fully shattered my shin. I lost everything I worked so hard for, yet it was given to me from the beginning. The only thing I still had was my beautiful girlfriend. She was truly unique, but it was something special. I was inherently attracted to her every fiber. She was the light in my night sky, the moon that illuminates the darkness. With light, there must be shadow. Shadows create darkness, and due to my mistakes, I lost her. I'm unsure to this day exactly what happened, but it was truly painful. I hurt her, and to this day, I'm not sure why, but I think it was because I thought I would lose her. This entire story is about my entire life of getting what I wanted. I never gave up because I believed I would always achieve my goals. But is it really a blessing to get what you want? The truth is, getting what you want is more of a curse than not getting it. With having something, you now can lose it. If you never have something, you never lose it. I'm not a philosopher, nor a doctor. I'm not an individual trying to make you rethink your life. I'm an individual who has gained everything to lose it all. If you are a psychologist, I'm sure you will say that you should live life. But is living life really living? Why am I meant to lose everything I work so hard for? My life is truly a mess. To conclude, I'll summarize everything I lost. The love of my life as a child was taken from me. In hindsight, it was a childish relationship, but I worked so hard for it. The majority of my friends, who either betrayed me or went behind my back. My athletics, career choice, the girl who made me want to be a better person. My mind, everything I worked so hard for, all gone in an instant. Now, I'm at the beginning of another long journey, and I hope I'm ready for it. If you manage to make it this far, I would appreciate guidance. As of now, I am constantly second to guessing every thought I have. I don't want to lose everything I worked so hard for anymore. I don't want to gain everything to just lose it. I don't know how to stop losing everything. Why is my life this way? Is it all just a lie? I can't tell what's right from wrong anymore. Thank you for staying with me throughout the video. Dear viewer or listener, please like this video and share your impressions in the comments. Take care and good luck.